What's up, YouTube? It's Shanti Hall here, and I know it's been a while since you've heard those words, but we're back for the NBA playoffs, and today I want to talk with you guys about Game 1 of the Brooklyn Nets Philadelphia 76ers series. So this is the playoff debut of this new-look Philadelphia 76ers team with Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler, and it's also the debut of this D'Angelo Russell-led Brooklyn Nets team. And I gotta say, the Nets were really impressive last night, especially the ball movement. I mean, this Nets team ranks 21st in the NBA in assists for the regular season, so this is not a high-volume assist team by any means, but they set each other up just right, always looking for the best play, especially in transition, and I think they really benefited from that last night. But even when the ball wasn't moving as much, I thought the Nets guards did a really great job getting penetration, creating their own shots, and overall really just making the Sixers pay when they had a big switched on to them. Speaking of the Nets guards, I think this game really showcased how talented they are at those positions. I mean, they have D'Lo with 26, LeVert with 23, Dinwiddie with 18, and Harris with another 13. You really can't ask for better production out of your guards. And while I'm giving players credit for last night, I should say the Nets' entire bench unit played really well. In fact, their bench outscored their starters 59-52. And if that's not impressive enough, they outscored the Sixers bench 59-26. It's going to be difficult, but if they can keep up that level of play, it's going to be a really tough series for the Sixers. I definitely also want to mention how well the Nets did on defense last night. One thing in particular that stood out was how they made Joel Embiid into a shooter. They gave him a ton of trouble getting into the lane, and he shot all 5 from 3 last night, so I call that a win. You can also say they did a great job not letting Redick get going, as he only shot 2 of 7 last night, and he actually only attempted 4 3-pointers, which is less than Joel Embiid. And the same could even be said for Tobias Harris. But I feel like I've told you all you need to know about the Nets, so let's move on to the Sixers. Philly had a lot of problems last night, but I guess the biggest and most obvious is that a lot of their key players just didn't show up to play last night. We talk a lot about the Sixers starting lineup, but 3 of their starters couldn't even crack double digit last night in a home playoff game. Obviously, it's still really early in the series and a lot can happen, but that's not a good first impression. A big issue for the entire Sixers team last night, though, was their 3-point shooting. I felt like the Sixers were getting some pretty good looks from the 3-point line last night, but they just weren't hitting. They only managed to shoot 19% for the game, and I believe it played a big part in their loss. Something I can say the Sixers did really well last night, though, was get on the offensive glass. They had 16 offensive rebounds, which contributed to 23 second chance points, and I really feel like those offensive rebounds are a big part of the reason why they were able to get back into the game when they were down big. Also, I want to talk about Jimmy Butler a little bit because I think you can already see the value he brings to a team like the Sixers. The rest of the team wasn't playing very well, especially the younger core, and Jimmy Butler, as an all-star and a playoff veteran, steps up and does everything he can to get the Sixers back into the game. I think we're going to need to see a lot more games like that from Jimmy if we're going to see the Sixers make a deep run in the playoffs. But that's all I had to say about Game 1 of this series. Let me know what you guys thought of the game in the comments. I'm going to try to put out a video every single day for the playoffs. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.